Hi, everyone. It's Linda G coming to you live from sunny Northern California. Rained all day yesterday, supposed to rain again tomorrow. So how are ya? How are ya? We've got today's Good Friday. I did a lovely video with Danny and Mel. We had a good time. I think he just posted it up. So we have some stuff to talk about. Just housekeeping here. I just want to tell you that, we sold out on Sedona fast. And then we got a little list of, in case of cancellations. So now we're at, it's coming right around the corner. It's next month. And a few people have had to back out. We were able to sell their tickets, but we just got someone whose husband is sick and we need to sell her ticket. So let us know if you're interested in Sedona. Write me at Grindel9103 at Comcast.net and we'll link you to what we need to do. The thing is we're in the 11th hour here. I've already covered everything, the teachers, the rooms and stuff. So that's why we need to cover. When somebody has to cancel, we need to cover for them. It's not like if it was earlier and there's no problem. So, okay, so here we go. So we have some questions here, okay? I got a whole bunch of questions from you guys and comments. Y'all want to know about Elon Musk, okay? So as you know, Twitter came back and said, no, we're not going to take your offer. And guess what? We'll sell stock or we'll add stock or we'll make it impossible for you to take over. Well, let's just take a look, see if he does. I don't know. Everybody's fearful that he put Trump back on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Twitter. And it's like, I don't know. I didn't know if he was a Musk fan. You guys write me in the comments below. I wasn't feeling that. He wants freedom of what you say, but you've got to look out for lies and conspiracies, which is also lies. So that was the problem with Trump, is that he was lying and saying that the voting was fraud. And just now on the news, they said they have emails of people begging Mark Meadows, give us something that proves that this was a fraud. Give us something, anything. That's what the judges were saying when the Rottweiler and Giuliani were before the judge. And he said, give me something. Give me something that proves this was fraud. Nothing. Yet a good percentage, 70% of the Republicans believe it was fraud. But there's no proof. Okay? So Elon Musk, will he get Twitter? Just give me the answer, yes or no. I just heard no. Elon Musk, will he get Twitter, yes or no? Elon Musk. Elon Musk. He really wants to be king of the store. It's all about him, isn't it? Did somebody say he was Asperger's? It's all about him. And he has other people around him. No, he's not going to get it. He's looking down. He might try to start his own adventure, but no, he's not going to get it. Twitter has its problems, but Musk, I don't know. He's going to charge like to even belong to Twitter and stuff. And a lot of people are saying I won't even belong. But the good news is Donald Trump, he did his own little gig. Apparently it's a nothing burger, just like we predicted. People were writing me, telling me, in case another battleship in the Ukraine or in Russia was shot down. Yes, that's one of the ships. There were several ships. I've been seeing ships on fire for a while, even before this Russia thing. Somebody said that I had seen a terrorist action in a train station, which came true. The guy wasn't really a terrorist. We're going to find out more about him. He's just very angry and is a psychopath. I'm telling you, he's not well. Okay, so let's take a look at Dianne Feinstein. The reason I want to is because, you know, I followed her. I was very young when the mayor was shot and killed. I'll never forget the look on her face, that shocky look. So throughout my life in near San Francisco, I've known who she was. I did some stuff with in San Francisco events, and I really like her. And they're saying that her memory's going, I think physically she is kind of going downhill. I am picking that up. God bless her. You know, besides Chuck Grassley, she's got that real, you know, and poor thing just got done taking care of her husband till he died. So she's determined, no, nothing to see here. I can hang in. But let's take a look at her. What are you going to do, Diane? Are you going to have to retire? I do see her stepping down, but not right now. I'm going to find some. And the Queen's not doing too well, you guys. Somebody just wrote me and said she's not doing the Easter stuff, so she's having Camilla and Charles do it. And someone also said that Harry, but I saw no news that Harry was out there. So, yeah, she's struggling, and she's, you know, Diane Feinstein came to her. She was saying, I've known her forever, and she's, you know, because you know, Nancy Pelosi is older too, but Nancy Pelosi has got all her ducks in a row. She is struggling from something, I'm going to tell you right now. I see her hanging in there for now. So if she steps down, Governor Newsom can put somebody in until they have another voting thing done, at least a temporary, until she steps down, would be 2024. I think she'll step down before 2024. I see her making the decision. It breaks her heart. But her family's around her. Everybody's showing how much they love her. So yeah, she's not well. And it happens when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But she's smart as a cookie. She can hang there. She's got people around her that are holding her up. So I feel like she's got, even some of her old staff apparently is complaining, but she's got staff around her who will, like, they know what she wants. You know, you maybe have to repeat it twice, but. Okay, so listen, you guys, will these terrible anti-abortion, anti-LGBT, and so-called critical race theory laws be enacted by Republicans be reversed or repealed? Yes, absolutely, 100%. And let me tell you something. Beto is going to take Texas, and I definitely don't see Satan staying in Florida. They think they're all that in a cup of tea, and they're about ready to find out. You know, the Supreme Court would be so foolish, but let's see if they say, yeah, screw Roe versus Wade. I see that what was her name? The female that got in, saying, well, you know, I go with the Constitution, what's on the law in the books, but no, they're going to finagle. They're going to try to figure out a way to decrease Roe versus Wade, but I see it increase. So there's a lot of stuff getting ready to happen. Let me take a look. Tell me about. You know what's interesting? What 80% of Americans don't want Roe versus Wade gone. It's only the little crunch people with their spiritual think they're in Jesus' arms. Boy, are they going to be in the show. I've told you I don't like the idea of birth control being abortions. But Marsha Blackburn, or whatever her name is, the one with the ratted out hair, the one who likes to do this, she thinks we shouldn't even be on birth control. Is she Catholic? I remember poor families having all those kids because the church said no birth control. It's just terrible when churches start telling people what to do. That's not a church. That's not God. saying this is, and you're going to do this on Friday, and you're going to stand here and worship us, and you're going to give tithing, and you're going to, no, that's not God. So yeah, birth control was brought in by man from the other side. Okay. It's not like, it's just so hard on women to have to carry children, those many children, especially back in those days. When I was young, I used to meet a lot of families that was too many kids. They were all poverty stricken. It was sad. So don't worry, we're going in with the chariot. We're going to make righteousness come true again. Okay. We got the guru on top of that. And we've got our strength. The strength of the people is going to take care of this. So I don't want you guys to worry. Even if they manage to snip it a little bit, it's going to come back in full force. Okay. Yeah, Diana said, yeah, the Russians, that their Ukrainians sunk the battleship, or the Russians say it just had a small fire. No, they sunk it. Okay. A lot of happy Easter, I'll tell you guys. I'll be here Easter morning too, around 10 a.m. Pacific time to do a live. My guides want me to do it. And listen, we need to pray for peace for the world. So apparently Putin has threatened again and said if the United States keeps helping Ukraine, there will be such horrible repercussions. More horrible than what? Than killing children, or, you know, molesting children, or killing the children's parents in front of them, or taking them off to Russia and put them in prisons. More worse than that? Is that what you're talking about, Putin? More worse than what? I stand with Ukraine, you guys. And you know what's going on is Biden is furious. He really loves that Zelensky. He's really thinks he's a wonderful man. And they have you know, Zelensky was a comedy. He was a comedian, and now he's like the bigwig, and he's thrown his soul out there. So he's like a hero. And people like to say, well, that person was a comedian. Well, listen, I was a comedian too, but you know, I did it for like the bucket, whatever you call it, my bucket list. Yeah, I did it to have a little fun, but it doesn't make who I am. Comedy doesn't make who I am, although I can be humorous at times. So, Zelensky is not a military man, but what's helping Zelensky, not only the powerful people around him, is that he has carte blanche with our military. I feel like we're fighting the war with Russia right now, behind closed doors. We're watching them like a hawk. As you know, almost everything our intel says has come true. And my feeling, as went on Danny's show, I said, you know, when Biden doesn't need to tell the world we're giving 800 million more to them. Just keep it amongst ourselves. Just give it to them. Don't announce it, because he's hearing about it and he's going crazy. Putin is. So let's see. So he's saying he's going to hurt us beyond hurt. Well, he's already tried to hit us with malware, and apparently that didn't happen. Tell me what I can tell. What is Putin going to do? What is Putin going to do? He's going to try to affect us monetarily. Oh, he's upset about Sweden, etc. Doesn't matter what he does. He looks like the fool. No matter what he tries to throw at us, he looks like the fool. We will outpower him, you guys. We are on it. Look at this. We're going to end up being okay with the bird of paradise on our shoulders. I'm going to tell you that he's fortune's fate. I think what Andre said is true. By the middle of May, he's going down. He's going down. I did not see nukes. It doesn't mean that what I said is incorrect. I mean, is correct. Because there's one astrologer that I like that she says she sees nukes by the 23rd of April. And you know, if I felt it, I'd tell you. Maybe my guys don't want me to see it. But I will tell you what the flash was when I first got that he was going to attack the Ukraine. What the flash was is, oh my God, if he even dares to pop off even where we know for fact it's some sort of destructive bomb, you know, where it hurts people with chemicals, a chemical bomb, that we will hit him beyond belief. And, you know, didn't Biden say you try to hurt us? Because they tried to land malware on us. So they attempted it. Didn't Biden say we'll come back at you 1,000-fold? Well, let's go back at him. Maybe he's not announcing it. Maybe he's just now doing it. Because I haven't heard anything about Anonymous too. Remember, I'm going to do this and I'm going to release this. Nothing. Either that or, like I said, sometimes it's better to keep it up against your cards up against your chest and not reveal it. I'm not feeling, let me look at the United States. Will Putin or Russia do anything to hurt the United States? I just heard he'll try. So what is it he's going to try with? So upset about, oh, he's so upset about, why did I just go blank? The Netherlands. They better not go there or they'll pay. Yeah, everybody's going to pay, sucker. We already have to pay by looking at you. You know, he hurts any American, even your Trumpsters will lay into Russia. I'm telling you right now, he hurts an American, one hair on an American's head. And I see people going cray cray. And maybe that's what, when my guides, everybody's saying, when do we come together as a nation? When do we get over all this drama that Trump brought on? And I felt like maybe it's a war. Maybe it's Putin. Because, you know, a lot of Americans, they're just, yeah, going to mess with us. You saw how we did with Pearl Harbor. Americans can get real angry. We may fight amongst ourselves, but if you're going to interfere with us, we're going to take you down. Well, this is interesting. He's going to try to hit our infrastructure again. He's going to try to do something. He's hitting at other countries like Iran and North Korea, wanting to know they'll do something to mass hit us with something. Could be infrastructure, but he doesn't make it. He's trying to restrict us or hurt us in some way. I even see, okay, I got to tell you what I see. I even see someone coming into the United States that has a fake ID or something, because, you know, we're watching any Russian coming in like a hawk. I see someone coming in. I see some sort of see, the thing is they do stupid things and then they try to say, oh, well, no, wasn't me. But I even see like a submarine. I see trying to, And then they'll say it wasn't them, but we know it's them, and then it's going to be ugly. I see us cutting them off at the pass. That's what I'm seeing. We're going to catch a couple of big things, like we'll stop it before it happens. Remember that wonderful guy, he even got fired in Russia, that knew that we weren't under a nuke. Something showed that America had sent these nukes, and he said, no, they only sent 3, they would have sent 6. Something's wrong with this. So he didn't hit the button to have our his nukes go over. And it was something to do with the way the light hit where our nukes were, and they thought they had set off, but they hadn't. But they fired him because he should have hit the button, right? Just blew us away. So it feels like someone in America is going to catch something. I'm telling you, I can see it all over the news. Something big they were trying to do, and it will not work. Go ahead. What were you going to say? So there's something also with other countries. He's really trying to threaten these other countries. Oh my God, he's so upset. Oh my God, you guys, he's so mad. Let's just look at Putin. So tell us about Putin. Just straight up Putin. And I see more and more of the Russian people knowing what's gone on here. Apparently there was a lot of deaths in that hit to the battleship. And I'm telling you, I can see Biden just talking to Zelensky. I see Zelensky getting carte blanche, whatever he needs. Who do you need to talk to? Putin, tick tock, the tower. The tower, you guys. By the way, this is trip and wait. These cards are called trip and wait. You can order them. You got to Google it. And whoever I ordered through, they're about 60 bucks. But I love the colors, you know. Cross with the Knight of Wands. So he's fighting the world. And I'm going to tell you, he's going to be hit hard. I don't even know if he's going to live. He's fortune's fate. He's going to have to come off the battlefield. Something's going to happen with him. Somebody, maybe the U.S. really does something strong, because it feels like he's saying, okay, I'm done. I'm done. He'll try to spin it a little bit, but it's almost like grabbing up everything and heading out. You know, and he's so chicken. He has his own little caves to live in while the rest of his poor people suffer. So, yeah. He's never had good cards for me. Okay, that's all I got to tell you. He's never had good cards for me. Oh, you guys are thanking me about seeing y'all on Easter. I figured we'd all get together, get your coffee, you know, we'll talk. We'll have our own little connection to the higher realm, the consciousness of Jesus, or whoever you want. God, I had so many here. I thought I had a bunch of questions, but most of it is like, thank you for meeting us up for Easter. And there's a lot of people who are on their own, and, you know, they can get together with Linda G. I will be cooking for my family, but later in the day. But, you know, you hook up with me, we can chit chat. And my guides want to do that. I wasn't doing this just because to chit chat. I can do that with you anytime, but my guides are like, tell everybody you're going to be meeting them for Easter. And what's really weird, it was almost like they want to give a beautiful message, which I don't know what the message is. I'll know it on Easter Sunday, but they just want people to know something. So I felt like they have an announcement to make. And I also felt like through this lens here, I'll be live, but through this, they are able to tap into you guys. They're able to connect. And as you focus, as I tell you to breathe and stuff, they're working with you. Because, you know, they told me to do this because I would help calm others down. Well, not me, they can via me. But I also felt like a lot of people right now a lot of people are very lonely and very afraid. Even if you have family around, people are, you know, we've gone through hell, you guys. We went through a lockdown for 2 years. There won't be another lockdown, by the way, you guys. I see maybe masks. And I heard on the news today, they were even saying, unless you have you don't have to have the vaccine unless you have a medical excuse or a personal, like you really, truly don't believe in it, which I've never heard that before. So, but they were like, gather those who need us, gather everyone who want to sit and relax and talk and listen. Okay. Yeah, not right now. I see the COVID being approved down the road here for the children, but not right now. It does feel about 6 months away. Muscular dystrophy, there will be something coming up. There will be something for ALS too. Right now they have something that extends the life, but they're really working on some new stuff. It's a hell of a disease. Oh, the bill that continues giving money. Listen, they're going to mess with us, you guys. I'm so sorry about COVID and stuff. About, you know, right now we're running out, and our numbers are going to go up again. But the ones who are vaccinated are going to be fine. And I don't see people. I see it a milder version. Okay, I could be wrong, you guys, but unless you're autoimmune compromised, but I do see them passing more. Like they're going to make sure that we're not stuck with our pants down like before. And Biden won't say it's a Republican hoax. So I do see those coming through. Don't forget midterms, November. So this is what we're going in May, June, July, August, September, October, 7 months away. When Mitch McConnell is shocked that we won the Senate, I'm pretty sure we're going to take the House too. But when he's shocked about it, it's going to be so exciting. I've always told you this. It's not me, it's my guides. I've always told you guys this. I think right before, we still got time, you know, Biden's numbers are low, like 30%, and I don't believe that either. But today on Danny's show, I think Mel even said he's going to offer up a check. And I've been saying that. He's going to offer up a check. He's going to have something, and our situation is going to improve. There was a real good professor on the other day that says, you know, actually things are going to start improving. So it's good. It's gone down. Now it's coming back up. So as people's livelihood get better, but isn't that a trip? They're not going to debate. No presidential debate. So basically, what have you done for me lately? What exactly is it that you could do better than the Democrats? Especially around that time when everybody's living pretty good. You know, the economy won't be the issue anymore. COVID won't be the issue anymore. And they're saying it's the worst. We're in, you know, what do you call when we owe too much money? Oh my God, just in the time frame that Biden's been in office, he's paid our bills down by trillions. So I don't know what the heck they're talking about. So Biden will be able to announce that, say, you know what, we've helped the economy with this and this and this. So we discuss what we've done, and we discuss what we're going to do. That's the key. What have you done for me lately? We will be able to give the full monte of what we're doing, and they're just going to complain about what we are doing. Now that doesn't make people want to vote for you. And can you believe what that guy in Texas is doing? Dropping off what they call illegals, dropping them off on a bus to Washington, D.C. Biden's doing something about that. Hold on. He knows about this. He's not ignoring it. Actually, I see attorneys looking at this. Is this something illegal? I see attorneys maybe transporting humans. Ooh, I see something coming up in the next couple of days, you guys. It's going to be cool. Yeah, don't worry about that. What's his face is in trouble in Texas. And I see him picking up the phone. I don't know if he'll talk to him now, but he's telling them, guess what? We're going to pool this money and that money. You know, Biden can play too. You know what I'm saying? He's a sport. Biden knows how to play. You know what I'm saying? Hey, remember all that money we were going to give you? You know what? It got stuck in the bank. And right now we can't give it to you. Yeah. So anyway, you'll be that all these things I'm hitting are those good hits that I know my guides are talking to me. Okay, so Diane said you and Sterling mentioned about earthquakes. Yeah, definitely earthquakes. Definitely towards the north, even Oregon, Washington. There was one down in Tijuana, 4 point something. But I'm talking over six is coming. Central California. But you know, the good news about California is, you know, we got all these wood houses, and I'm not seeing I just saw a ghost, but I'm not seeing Armageddon. But I do see shifting. I see earthquakes. I see hurricanes. I see flooding. We're going to get hit with fires again, unfortunately. And I guess New Mexico's getting hit with fires. I always hate the fires, but the fires are around. I remember being a young girl, and we used to go to Yosemite every year. My dad would pitch a tent. There was 3 little rugrats and my poor mom with rheumatoid arthritis, and dad would he'd whip it up, my friends. He was strong. And, you know, I remember the food being delicious in the outdoors. You know, we had so much fun. And then one day there was a fire, and dad said, my dad was a fireman. So we packed up early and left from our campsite, and we were driving at night. I'll never forget that. And while we were driving, station wagon, 3 fatheads in the back seat, you can picture this. Whoa, I saw that huge fire in the trees in the Yosemite. We were driving down the road, and it was bright. The whole inside of the car was bright. We couldn't feel the heat, but you could see the light. And that was like the first fire I saw. And now I've been living it for 4 years out here. I mean, Armageddon. I was driving this last time I got evacuated. The fires were coming down the hills on both sides. Not as big as the ones in Yosemite, with just the flames going up. So I need all your addresses in case I need to show up at your door. Okay. Thank you, you guys. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks, Brian. Someone said regarding that space, I saw something with the space crew incident. And listen, it's still there. And just like seeing the ship on fire, I saw that way before Russia even got involved in this. But we had a fire on a U.S. ship down in San Diego. Everybody was thinking it was that. But then when my guys were saying, the Ukraine, I saw press people getting killed. I saw mass destruction. That's exactly what happened. But yeah, it's not just that ship. There's more ships. Okay. Deborah wants to know, will the U.S. ever have Native Americans holding higher ranking government positions? Absolutely, yes. And you know, the good news, like even with my tribe, you know, they pay for you. You know, I could go into Harvard sight unseen. Harvard has said, we'll take any indigenous. That's it. We'll take any indigenous. Of course, you got to do your work, but we'll take any indigenous. And so the Comanches help pay for everyone to go to school, to upgrade this stuff. And they also help for you to learn the language. And so there's some real smart, wonderful people coming out. One of my favorites, besides Deborah Haaland, is Joy Harjo, who's the poet laureate. Just a beautiful woman. Oh my God, the stories she has to tell. Anyway, yeah, there will be more down the road. Now it's going to be, I don't even know fully as much in my lifetime. You know, there's a lot of us like me. I'm not full-blooded Comanche. There'll be a lot of people with Comanche blood, but they're not 100% Comanche. The Comanche tribe itself is filtering out only because, unless you marry Comanche and Comanche, the bloodline doesn't stay long. So, I know. Liz just said, hey, Mitch McConnell knew Trump wanted to overturn the election, but he remained silent. And let me tell you, Trump talked to Mitch McConnell about how to overturn the election. And I just see Mitch McConnell I'm so sorry, you guys, but Mitch McConnell is not a very kind man, as you well know. It's only about him. It's only about power. He thinks he's king for a day. Let's look at Mitch McConnell. Tell me about Mitch McConnell. Here we go. He's got the tower. Everybody's starting out with the tower. Yeah, he wants to be king. He's looking at, oh, before you know it, I'll be in charge again. But no, nah, he won't be the house guru. See, the thing is, they're doing this all wrong. Who he is and what he represents not only is about ready to be over, like he'll probably step down when he can't be king. And also, judgment is coming down so hard on him and all the other Republicans. It's going to be ugly. Remember years ago, I told you guys I saw the Republicans jumping like rats off a ship. I think when His Royal Highness Trump finally gets taken down, I think everybody else has to jump. Because somebody was telling me, I think it was Danny, 140 something Republicans voted against Biden becoming president, even though it was clearly kosher. So he's, the thing is, he doesn't get to leave with everybody honoring him and saying, what a swell guy. It's like, it's ugly. It's ugly. It's going to get ugly for Marjorie Taylor Greene, Bo Burt, Matt Gaetz, all of them. They walk the hall of shame. Mark my words. Also, I want you to know, I don't know if I just said this to you, I probably did, but I wanted to tell you that the Queen is not doing very good. Someone just wrote me. And remember, I picked up May or June, and she can't do her Easter festivities. So she's having Camilla and Charles take over. Yeah, it's happening. I guess she can't walk. Now that I got from the news, this isn't hearsay. Someone also said Harry was there, but there's nothing that I found with Harry being there. Okay, so here we go. I've been watching those things on YouTube, the Karen. I don't know why I'm watching it. People throwing a fit, just so much hate, so much anxiety. It's really sad. I just really feel that the voting rights will happen too. I don't know why I just got that hit. Voting rights is going to happen, you guys. I don't know why I just got that hit. Voting rights. And also the whole, everything we're going through now is about ready to change. All this stuff at the end of the day will be, it's not like everybody's happy again, because unfortunately for most human beings, nobody's ever happy. Nobody knows how to relax and just be happy. Nobody knows how to say grace for what they have. Well, a lot of us do, but still, if you're not in grace for having the life you have, if you don't know how to release the expectation, I guess we are so lucky right now in the United States of America that we do have food. Yeah, everything's tight money-wise, but we do have things that that the other country, Ukraine, would just love to sit in our living room right now and know, even if it's a Swanson's TV dinner, it's something. So I just give grace. I can tell you that works. I remember I hated that because, you know, my parents weren't religious, but it's like, what do you say? Thank you. What do you say? Thank you. So I wasn't really one of those real grace. I was felt put upon. And now it's like, I thank the universe for my cancer, because my cancer was what catapulted me to this new beginning. So it's like, whoa, you know, thank you. Thank you. And like I was telling on, where was I? I was talking on something. Oh, I was talking about a friend of mine whose son hated his job, hated it. And him and his wife were like, well, you know, stick with it, get that, you know, and he's right, you know, get your resume set up that you work for this and that. Well, the kid didn't get picked up for next year to work with this particular agency he's working for. And my friend was all fudge, you know, I can't believe they didn't pick him up. I said, what are you talking? His prayers were answered. His prayers were answered. Think about it. He hated it so much, but he was sticking in it because, you know, not because he wanted to, because he was advised this is how you do it. And the universe took over and said, guess what? We're getting rid of this job, because this kid is very talented. He's got more work to do. I'm not the least bit worried about him. And it's just like when I was telling someone, when I miserable with my last husband, didn't last very long. He was like a chameleon. He came in, I'm not judging him, but he came in as one way and he ended up being something else, and probably me too, because I was miserable. And then he left me for another woman. Of course, you know how us women is. You left me for someone else? Oh, I turned into the she devil. And my friends were saying, Linda, don't you remember how miserable you were? Don't you remember? And you know, if you think about it, they were right. And actually, he did me a favor. And later when I got it, you know, because then right after that, I got cancer and everything catapulted. I think that what happened, I never talked to him again, but if I saw him, I'd thank him. Thank you. I am so glad, because that was not my destiny. And so I got catapulted. Then when I got cancer, I got catapulted to live in Marin County near my sister. And then, you know, and then my parents were both ill. So we took care of them. And it gave, because if I had been with that other guy, whatever his name was, he wouldn't have helped me out with my folks. Not at all. That's not who he was. So it's a beautiful thing, you guys. Be grateful, even for the bad stuff, because if you really look at some of the bad stuff, it's where the turning point happened. And, you know, some of us are born into these families that are pretty ugly, like mine. When we were young, it wasn't right about the anger my dad would show. But, you know, he was raised in that kind of anger. It doesn't excuse it. I'm just saying, accept what is, live in the present, and be in this reality now. That's the only way you can save yourself. Know that you are never, ever alone. And know when certain things happen that you're like, what the hell? It's because you've been asking for it. The universe always takes care of you. I honest to God believe that. Even this terrible war is part of something else. It's part of the way, because the guides, remember when I was so frantic and I was telling you this is getting ready to happen? My guide said it's the beginning of the end for Putin. So he will be gone. And I don't think it'll be years. I think he'll be gone. And I don't want you to worry, especially when we go through the midterms and think good things start happening. I think you guys will relax a lot more. So don't look at the world with disgust and, oh, what the hell's wrong with these people? These little bit pieces of whatever this energy is that's ugly, you know, don't say the word gay, don't do this. They're not representative of everybody. 70 to 80% of America doesn't want Roe versus Wade changed. That's a good amount, but those little bits of people out there that believe, oh, I'm saving their life, you know, whatever. Like I said, I'm not necessarily for Abortion, especially if it's used as a method of birth control. But some people just, can't afford it. They can't keep going on with it. But if we listen to Baxter, oh, just drop them off at the firehouse. They need to just start dropping them off at the doorstep of the Supreme Court. But, I don't want those babies hurt either. Okay, you guys, I'm going to head out. I will be back. I think am I doing a reading tomorrow with a group? I don't remember. But Sunday I'll be on, Easter Sunday. And then Monday I'm busy again.